We entered Krakow, Poland with one goal in mind: find the Apex champion. After 2 days of gruesome competition, 80 teams from around the world battled it out, and now only 30 remain. Today, at the end of the road, stands a trophy, an opportunity, but more importantly, the honor of being declared the first ever Apex Legends Preseason Invitational champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin.
Been down some players, and I think that might have been all 3 players who have dropped now for HLC.
18 less, I can tell you that, as so many corners are covered at this point. We do see winstrike trying to defend their position, and they are just going to be able to just rain down fire on so many players pushing in on this circle now.
Yeah, there should be easy finishes here. Keeper,
he's got
ready for action,
just in case any goals
and win this game. Here we go.
We've got dances on the zip line. We've got shots fired from every single direction at the moment. But the Peacekeeper, they are 9-9s. They're going to be so important in this final battle.
We're going to watch Rob Beam here jumping in as well. He's got a Peacekeeper. He's got an R301. Surely this is going to be the game here. Going to winstrike. They down a couple of players. There's a last player in front of them. Peacekeeper comes in, and winstrike do manage to close out game number 2.
Their jersey, and I think we should see it again from winstrike.
Let's go ahead and check in now with a Fame here. Kavitsky now flying in. Does get some great shots with that 99. Actually rocking a double 99. Take a look at that.
Krullo, though, actually gets instant knock there. That's a bad time. And the fact that we already had right there in the middle of the void, his perspective looks on. And here we transition over to Gambit, who find themselves a couple of people trying to make that Skulltown scuttle. Easy cleanup there as EBC end up losing 1 member. Sunset and Friend maybe going up to try and confirm some of that kill and get that armor, but they find 2 more tangos, 3 more tangos. That's a whole new squad, and Gambit is taking just that as we find 1 knock on Artico. Sunset, the left man standing. Peacekeeper's gonna split the damage, and he peeks over, finds himself 1 knock on them. Keep in mind, they've got 14-second timer to make it through this choke, and it's not looking like it's easy.
Oh, you and I have talked a lot, choke, and they are in between a rock and a hard place. They'll need to push up here. Some good shots, though, on the side, and they will get that first knock here as they continue to push.
Wingman shots now out from Gambit. Connects with 1. Grenade, though.
Gonna pop right up with a grapple. Hits for 76. Broken. Trying to finish here.
Yes, indeed. Man, they have to fight outward and then consider the center circle. You can't consider Fnatic or anybody with that positional advantage right now. So I'd like to see them be a bit more aggressive as you see that back-to-back wingman. Easy knock. They are cleaning up shop between 2 teams.
They are. I don't know how they're alive here. Still running. Just white armor now. Great shots here coming in from 9. Also going to pop a bat. And now 3 squads remaining in the game.
Sign here. What's he going to do? Just kind of poke up there. 22 bullets left in his 99. Knows he's got the wingman.
Hoping that some Fnatic shots come that way as well soon.
Oh, look at the peek in the downtime. Tries the juke. He tries the jive.
Almost does it too. Now look at G2. They're going to go ahead and push on that. They haven't got the limb yet. He has to fly back,
be able to heal up. He has the armor, but now he's 1 hit away from getting a knock. There goes the med kit, but it isn't going to be enough. There's Fnatic pressure in that window. No, instead they push on to Gambit, and look at that. Gambit find the knock onto G2.
Look at this now. More shots coming in. He's still not down. Article with another one as well. Look at those shields. Look at that.
What is he doing? He is a monster.
The South Korean powerhouse have finally turned up here in Poland.
So many squads went down at the same time. Huge Peacekeeper shots from MVP. Re-engage.
And here comes Aka, then he's missing all sorts of shots, but does get knocked down himself. And now MVP, their backs are against the wall. And Phoenix kick could be absolutely huge. It's a 1v1 situation.
Have shield cells to use as well, but here's the re-engagement.
Here comes a battle. The Peacekeeper's in hand as well. The player backs down. Raz has scared him off. Lands the shots here with the R99. Can he finish with the Peacekeeper? Boom. Shield swap comes in. That's going to be absolutely massive as far as having an advantage in this battle. But in that time, I believe he's lost the high ground in this situation. The 1v1 between MVP and Gambit Esports. It all comes down to this.
It is so risky. He's going to go for the revive, but it's just a bait. It's a bait. He wants him to push him, wants to take advantage of this high ground.
But here comes the push here from Raz. Gets caught by the Wattson fence. The players above him now. The R99 spray is good. The Peacekeeper shot is terrible, and he gets taken down by Article Gambit Esports. You've got ice in your veins.
If you don't get the kill, they're going to get res, and that is the point they don't get. 5 points including the kill on side at the end there as well.
There where we saw Penta before, but Virtus Pro now with the high ground wailing away at the victims within Skulltown, finding 1 on the outskirts, but they have grand positioning here as we see 20 seconds out from the finishing of the closing of this circle.
Virtus Pro is great. Trying to make some shots down connect here, and things are broken shields for them. Let's see if BP can pick up. Yes, indeed. That goes a knock, and right away they fly right in. They waste no time here as they head into the Skulltown pit right around the respawn beacon. PJ pushing in. Great shots with the wingman, but does he have enough help? Peacekeeper is out trying to turn the corner. He will go down now back over to Impulse and Claws.
Oh, look at this. They actually have a flank on the backside of somebody here. Impulse looking good when it comes to the HP. Claws not going to join him in that push.
Gold shield and a purple shield here. Peacekeeper Devotion in the hands of Klaus.
Impulse taking a pretty poor trade. They're already losing a couple of shields, but do see Navi struggling with the fight up above, but TSM now counterfighting and helping out here. Navi, again, they don't know if they're helping or hurting in most situations, but that Arc Star's gonna hurt.
Klaus now has to pop that bat just in time. Impulse also shielding up. Impulse is getting melted up top, trying to help. Let's see if Klaus can work together. He jumps up. Oh my God, gets the knock. Now Impulse goes down. Navi is out. Break, when I caught up with them, did you know that Navi and Penta were below you? They said, no, we knew Navi was on the other side of the wall. We didn't know Penta was directly below. So that is only going to continue to complicate further. But you're worth it. Who's behind me? How many points do they have? It's just going to be so complicated as we get into the later games.
And even more so on top of that, before too much action unfolds, I would argue that part of the reason that you also see characters and compositions seem a little roles is that the more players and teams that have the same compositions, the less information given, the more likely that you are to be able to outplay. So it's a very interesting conundrum here, but MVP finding a bad spot here against Navi.
Navi does get that first knock. They get the second one as well. There's only one more MVP player. Let's see if they find it. Yes, indeed. Now, bunkers up in bunker, and Navi is like, wait. The reaction time.
Now Navi's zipping up. Oh my goodness. Now they're gonna try and go for the trap.
And here's this. They can zip all the way up and over. They don't catch it though, so they're gonna have to drop down. That's gonna be drop. And finally, drop goes down as well. And MVP and Wyvern still fighting it out, despite Wacko and Penta in bunker, and Navi still wondering, wait, what's there? And we just saw some fantastic play to deny that. In the end, it's Sentinels that actually get the knocks from that high ground that they're still at.
And look at this Gambit. They were struggling before, but now with the loot that they got off of Wyvern, they are sitting pretty. They make them advance in and now follow up on that of Sentinels. Be a Hail Mary here for these teams. 10 seconds, and it is completing this closing.
What a Peacekeeper shot there, and a Q there from Ringers just trying to stay alive, and everything is condensing. You're going to fly down this runway for
Crust is unable to make it out as well, and the Ringers end up going down. 7-8-9 have one man to stand. 6 teams up. Now B still defending their positioning. Impulse ends up losing his armor, now sits 1 HP away. Able to deter that zip line. Just go ahead and poke it prod. Phoenix kit completes. Navi is dominating. Navi still taking a glance.
And they're still good here right on top of the ship. So they don't need to panic. Let the action come to them here. They're going to be forced out of here.
But when this completes, expect MVP to push and flank from behind. Maybe actually biting up. They did it too soon. MVP actually transitions up a little bit too quickly and now demands the eye of Navi. They get the easy wipe. There is going to be the self-res. Actually, in that skirmish that you're
Can I touch you?
Gambit going to be one of those doing that, but they end up losing one member. Sign has no armor to his name left. Good wingman shots out from Sunset, but not enough to get a knock. Fight someone on the backside, and good night, Succubus.
That now flying up top on that high, back on board with Impulse from Navi. And Klaus is up top there.
Navi was looking so good, but you could see the positioning being very, very difficult for those rotations. 7-8-9, this feels like it is their game to lose. They won game 1, they want.
9 then just grapples right back to this home point. Look at those shots. That's going to be a knock there on Aurochs from
Surprise is here. There it is, gonna go ahead and find one. There is the execution, forcing the into the void though. This is actually a pretty big setback if the pressure can come in, but it doesn't look like Penta has enough here quite yet.
Penta will go down. They have been eliminated, as you see. Gonna be Aurochs now on board.
Oh my goodness, Navi actually
trying to get this angle. It'll be a difficult push up to 7-8-9. 3 squads left now, as that will be Balanchi who will fall.
You see them, how confident they are. The fact that Exons is not even using any resources. He has the armor down below. There you go. He goes armor swap number 1 coming through. So only one going to be available. 9 Impulse got to take 1/4 of his shield. Not too problematic. Arcstar needs to land here if they're going to get the push, but that loss of shield does not work.
No, and a very dangerous. Sanaya to land a few shots. It's still holding this down. They've got the high ground. This is their game to lose.
As Desu ends up dropping, though, with a great clutch opportunity to hear from the team. Exons and Zanya trying to do their best, but Exon's actually struggling. There's going to be armor swap number 2 as he takes that 1-1 with the R99. They can't get the third. 146, just barely any HP as they get the cleanup. Last target remaining there. The knockdown comes in. It's all up to Zanya as he's got the battery, but Navi still has 2 members.
Look at that. Yes, indeed. Navi take the game. And they close it out with a win. A fantastic push, an uphill one against 7-8-9.
In a lot of ways. Not many teams talked about you. We didn't really talk about you, yet you guys showed up. What's it like being able to come here to Krakow and actually be able to perform as well as you have so far?
Мне очень
The portal is too far out to be able to make the full play. And look at this, Penta actually goes in for it. He's going to eat the portal though, then eat the circle again because it's outside the zone. They baited him into it there, and it's not going to be left. Now they try to make it happen. Nest drops down, he whiffs the shot, and that is going to be enough. 7, 8, 9 closes out a very clutch finish.
You won 2 games out of your group and then won the last game in this group. Do you feel that winning this much puts a target on your back?
Нет никакого давления. Мы без давления пришли сюда, без какого-либо волнения, и сейчас играем свою игру.
They are in the perfect building. They can hide in one side of it.
Yeah, and 789 is still involved as well. And look at the focus fire coming in here from 789. They are communicating and they are executing to the highest level towards this end game. Fantastic stuff again from them.
Minute in 10 seconds, and that means there will be no circle left to stand in, no safe zone whatsoever. So we will definitely see this game won in the next minute. Sure, they can avoid the damage as well. All carnage going to unfold here. It's just a survival game at this point. Lay down as much shots as possible.
789 then are going to be dropped down shields. They're in all sorts of problems, having to queue out of the position. Here comes the push here. NRG are going to be taken down by 789. The carnage is about to ensue. 789 still managed to stay alive. MVP not pushing this quite yet, Dan.
You can see how quickly they push the man and they get the shot on the player who was just coming out of the portal there and had the early circle. But 789 were able to position themselves where they forced MVP to move towards them so they could get those shots on that final.
Because 789 again under pressure. The wingman shots do not connect. The last player alive here is going to be able to pick up one of these players here from Kick. I'm not sure if there's anyone else still in position to be taken down. Oh! She does it all!
Absolutely massive with the P2020, and the revives are going to come off as well. 789 survive again. They do it again.
You can see 1 minute 52 left on the clock. Only 4 squads remain, and here comes Rogue.
Rogue, another team who have been able to pick up victory after victory in this tour. Can they spot those other teams? Saw falls, and so do Ivan. Now there's just 2 left.
And now the challenge comes in from 789 as well. They're a little bit trapped in this situation. Rogue have everything.
Just need to give Sweet Dreams time to use his Phoenix kit, but it's not going to work out. Sanya's getting aggressive with his Peacekeeper.
Knock comes in.
Yesterday, can we see something similar from Drop?
Sanya with the wingman in his hands. 789!
Inside, that's going to be the last player alive. Let's see if they can get the finish here. 79, this could be Zanaya. Can they win? This looks like a 1v2 here. Can they get the win? Yes, indeed, the knockout 2 versus 1. The wingman, here we go. Can they turn on him? We'll see right here. Getting the shots down, also Q's out. He stays alive and goes back inside. They're dominating the trade, but then the shots come back. He needs 2 more. There we go. Now does he have an opportunity to heal the Wattson? Can he get an armor swap? Anything in his favor? Exchanging some shots. So weak here. Grabs a beacon. Let's see if they can land the shots here. What a story it would be.
Yes, no, it's low.
It's not the swamp. They wanted just going for a kill here. Can he get the shots? Here's
Oh my gosh!
Are you kidding me?
7, 8, 9!
About this roster, other than absolutely amazing.
Распредели роли в своей команде. Кто является иглом, кто делает какую работу?
Фузи игл, Толя убиватор, вот, а я просто на подсосе там. Тот помогу Фузи покоординировать, то помогу Толе поубивать. Тоже